What's up, guys? It's me, Carlos, here, coming to you live. I'm a little late on the whole YouTube channel thing, but I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about what I do. So I'm going to give a little backstory and then kind of forward to where we are today. There's a lot to say, but so here we go. All right, so I'm 38 years old, guys. I used to be a fitness trainer, all right? I went from being a fitness trainer, doing well, then I fell into addiction. For about 3 years, a little over 3 years. It was a really bad addiction, opiate and heroin. It's bad, all right? It's pretty much the same thing, right? Opiates and heroin. It's horrible. It was a horrible time for me, but fortunately, I was able to climb out of that. And in all my videos that you see, I'll reference some of my past. And I usually talk about I don't mention my past to feel sorry about myself. It's more like an inspiration that I'm trying to give you guys. Say, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it, right? And I think we definitely need more people doing that. All right, so I came out of that, thankfully. I did 4 rehabilitation centers. I was able to climb out of that, which is great. And that wasn't enough. Like, I felt that, it wasn't enough me being free from drugs. I kind of felt like I needed to do more. So, I got into self-development, personal development, self-mastery, those type of things. And I was able to discover a lot of wonderful things about myself that I didn't know, right? Because I don't know if you guys may agree with me, but, for the most part, people, we've all done this, we judge sometimes, right? We've judged in the past. And it's much more difficult to dissect yourself, right? That's the game, right? To get to know yourself, like what makes you tick. So I got into doing that, personal development, and then I met my wife, a girl, and then turned into my wife, girlfriend, then wife. She moved in with me. I'm gonna fast forward here. She moves in with me, she starts cooking for me. And she cooks really good, and it's healthy, right? It's 100% gluten-free, low in sodium, diabetic friendly, all these great things. So I was a fitness trainer full-time at that moment, and I asked her to make me meals. I said, baby, make me, I think it was like the first batch might have been like 20 meals. It was like 10 lunches and 10 dinners. She did that, sold to clients. Clients loved it. We were still in a tiny little apartment. At that time, the apartment was about $500 a month. And, it was really, really hard times for me. I was 33. And I was in a moment where I kind of felt like I needed to do something. Like, time is, the clock was ticking, right? So I took some massive action. So I started to sell her meals. So we got to a point where we're selling about 300 meals a week. All right. So we ended up donating our furniture to somebody that needed it. We literally rigged 2 ovens in the little apartment. It was 2 fridges, 2 freezers. The whole bottom floor of the little apartment was basically a kitchen. All right, so then we outgrew that. We were making about, I think when we left the kitchen, we were about 400 plates a week, something like that. We outgrew the apartment, so I've always been a real big believer. So if you're gonna start a company, like the only reason I kept on going with the company, because the company was telling me, we need to move, we're growing, right? So when it got to the point where it wasn't enough space at the apartment, we moved out. There's a buddy of mine that had a little drive-through in Donna, Texas, Sergio. Thanks, brother. So we moved in there, then we outgrew that kitchen. We're making about 1,000 meals a week. Fast forward about another year, in a matter of 1 year, we grew 6 times. The most we made is about 27,000 meals a week. Right now we have over 80 employees. Now we have going on 7 locations. We did all this in under 4 years, which is insane. We have a lot of unique products. There's a lot of great things that we have. Anyways, so guys, I just wanted to come on here, say hello. I'm going to be talking, most of the stuff that I talk about has to do with business, my experience in business. So if you're starting a company, I think my videos might be helpful, okay? If you're struggling with developing yourself, if you're wanting to be more, but there's obstacles that you just can't get around, I talk about a lot about that. So, I always tell people that don't let negative thinking hijack your potential, right? That life, you have so much potential that you need to tap into. And notice that I said you need to tap into it because it's your obligation. You have a certain time on earth, and we got to make sure that we give our best. So anyways, guys, hello, keep in touch, and we'll see you soon. Take care.